The final movie this week, my movie even, is the 2009 film The Brotherhood 5 Alumni. Dun dun dun. This is like gay erotica. So basically the TLDR, right, is how the fuck do you describe this dumbass murder plot? They one of them killed some fucking guy. This guy's crazy. Or the crazy guy killed some guy. They all fucking stabbed the guy too, so they're all kind of complicit in his death in some stupid way. They get invited back to the high school where the murder happened like a year or two later. 3 years later? I can't remember the fucking number. It doesn't matter. A year later. And then the purpose of that is for the killer to go and kill them all, I guess, too, for some reason. He likes killing people. But it's primarily just an excuse to watch hot, naked guys kiss and shower.
I literally don't remember how this movie ended. Before I do my fun fact, now, Dylan, last week you were insisting you had seen this movie before.
Nope.
No, you don't. You don't think you have?
No, I would have remembered.
You were so sure of it last week, though, and I was like, no, I'm pretty sure you haven't.
I think it'd be funny as fuck if you had seen this movie.
For some reason, the cover looks super familiar. I don't know. It's some, like, Twilight parody movie I think I'm thinking of.
It's because it's just so fucking generic looking. I have another fun fact about this film, is also we have the thumbnail we're using on the Guapish website at guapish.com, /movies, and it has, like, one of the main guys shirtless. The IMDb cover of it has the characters slightly rearranged, but it's all the same models. But the guy has a shirt, and it just looks really poorly photoshopped onto it, and I think it's funny.
That's very funny. My fun fact is the director of this movie was born in Portland. Him being a gay pervert is purely coincidental, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, everything you just said makes sense. I hated everything about this movie. This movie was stupid in every regard.
This movie is fucking hilarious, for one. It's like I don't think this is like some The Room type, you're so bad it's good thing. It has its moments where I was fucking dying of laughter.
The first 15 minutes are a cinematic masterclass.
They're fucking amazing. The stupid constant cuts of the guy just running his knife along the lockers while the guy's just walking down the fucking hall acting like a total retard. Him randomly getting undressed and fucking showering for like 5 minutes. It's insane. I was actually like choking. I was fucking dying of laughter. It was so fucking funny.
I'm glad you guys could derive joy from this movie.
It's just the absurdity of it is just ridiculous. Honestly, like 90% of this movie is insanely boring. There's nothing going on. There's like the plot makes no fucking sense. It's stupid as fuck. They have these constant cutbacks of like there's like somebody, the killer kills the guy, and then they keep cutting back to other people going and stabbing him after he's already fucking dead, laying on the bench. Like 3 other people go in and stab him after he's already fucking dead. So stupid. There's literally the scene where the fucking blonde chick goes into the science room or something.
I was about to bring that up,
does the fucking lap around the room, cuts the random fucking videos of the animals in there, and then she just leaves. There's no point to it.
Yeah, it serves zero purpose.
It literally was so long and had no fucking relevancy to the plot as well.
I'd also like to just insert, I know we're not supposed to take a super realistic look at some of these movies. I just want to point out, none of the animals in that science room would be alive after a year. Surely they all have starved to death. Also, in the first scene where the dude is dead on the bench, you can very clearly see him breathing. So there was also that. There was a portion of the movie where the dudes were just making out with nothing but underwear on. And I was like, okay, I don't need to see this. And then it ultimately results in, like, nothing after, like, 10 minutes of, like, them making out. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck was the point of that? Yeah, I agree.
What I really love about that scene, too, is that, like, it's cutting from, like, shots of them, like, standing up and making out to them laying down. And, like, you might think, okay, it's just, like, a different time lapses or some of them just, like, in here. But no, like, the implication of the scene by the end of it is that they were just, like, going from standing up to laying down repeatedly as they were making out for some reason.
Yeah, and I'd also like to invoke a thought where it seems like they like to just freeze time in the other scene while they flash back and forth between scenes. Like, I think it was, like, where the guy was in the shower, and it was the guy running the knife along the lockers, and it flashes him back to the shower, and then you go back, and the knife is exactly where it was before we left, and it just does that, like, some weird, like, time stop bullshit. Like I said, I didn't like anything about this movie. This movie's fucking retarded. Nothing happens. Nothing is realistic. The acting is okay at best.
It's
and of
not.
course,
No, you can call it bad.
It was fucking horrible. All
the black guy was the best actor,
frauds.
and of course he was the first one to die because, you know, black guys die first in every horror movie, I guess. So they followed that trope, unless you count the first kid, but I don't, because like it's what kicked off the plot of the movie in my eyes. Yeah, this movie's fucking stupid.
This is something that Tanner had floated by us previously. Do you think that we can make a better movie than this?
Yes. I think I'm a better actor than, like, more than half of the people in this movie.
Okay.
Also, Tanner, the movie ended with the one guy who escaped from prison stabbing the guy, like, Ted or whatever the fuck his name is, and then knocks him out with, like, a pipe or whatever, and then after she, like, hits the convict with a crowbar, he, like, very poorly impales himself on that pipe where it clearly doesn't go through his body. It goes between his arm and his chest.
Oh, yeah.
You can clearly tell they didn't try very hard to, you know, to make that realistic. And then he, like, videotaped her monologuing for no fucking reason after everybody in the room is presumably dead. And then he walks out, be like, I'll see you at the trial, because I got everything on tape, you dumb bitch. And then the movie ends.
That's right. There's, like, no actual conclusion. Like, the killer is still alive.
Well, no, the killer is fucking Ted or whatever. It's like his half-brother, like, killed him initially. And then, like, it turns out, like, all these other people walked in to fucking stab. Like, Betty fucking stabbed him. The blonde chick fucking stabbed him. And, like, the black guy fucking stabbed him, too. So, like,
I'm glad you're paying more attention than us to this fucking shit.
I just watched it today, so...
True.
Fair enough.
Yeah, this movie's fucking stupid. I never want to watch it again.
How are there 5 of these?
Yeah.
There's probably more. Yeah, there's more than them.
My mind completely disregarded the fact that there was a V in the title.
This is the next series. I'm alternating between this and Harry Potter.
Fuck.
Oh, that would be so fire.
Maybe. Yeah, I am curious about, like, the first one. If it was always just, like, an excuse to watch hot guys shirtless and make out, or if there was, like, actually ever a point to these films.
That has to be all it is, right?
I can only assume you guys were gaslighting me when I asked if this was a high school production.
No, I assumed you had, like, actual legitimate reason. I assume this is not just... I don't think high schoolers would make this, for one.
Also, these people do not look like high schoolers.
I was gonna say, none of these people look like high schoolers. I was thinking to myself, surely you'd be able to find people who actually look like they just recently graduated from high school and not, like, their 3rd or 4th year in college.
Yeah.
If that.
I think that these people are, like, in their 30s.
Yeah, no, the blonde chick was definitely her early 30s at, like, at the youngest.
Yeah.
And the criminal guy, he was definitely much more up there. Yeah. I've got nothing else to say on this. The funny parts are funny. The boring parts are very boring. And, you know, when I say the funny parts, nothing intentionally funny.
Yeah.
God, no. And I'm not gay enough to find this shit hot, so...
I was so fucking uncomfortable. I don't think I watched any of that shit. I was just eating.
We were
and
just
I cracking
up watching it, dude.
Well, I'm glad you guys can laugh about it. I had nobody but me and my thoughts and my food. So
Yeah, that was fucking horrible watching that there. So we're just sitting there eating some food, watching 2 guys make out half naked.
Yeah, it's about what you'd expect, Jackson.
Oh.
So you're putting it at F-?
No, because I don't think it compares to that shit. I might actually... I'm looking at my F tiers now. I might move... No, never mind, I'm capping. I'm just gonna put it at F. I'm gonna rate it as the same as The Room and The Beast of Yucca Flats.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Jackson, where are you throwing it?
Personally, I put it at F+. This movie has its absolute insane highs, but it also has its absolute insane lows, and it's primarily just insane lows. But I have to give it a decent amount of credit, because this is the hardest I've laughed at a movie in a very long time. I was fucking dying to this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, little hack for you filmmakers out there. If you want to make your movie funny, just add gay men, apparently. That's all it takes.
Yikes, that's a
I don't think those guys were gay, though, is the thing.
One of
Yeah.
those guys did look so uncomfortable during the makeout scene.
Yeah.
I think the director gets off on making straight men do gay shit. I think that's his specific thing.
How do you cast for that shit? Like, I'm assuming it's like, you have to be okay with kissing a guy. Like, I feel like they have to
Right.
preface that, but...
Oh, we didn't even fucking talk about the scene where it was like the prom couple or something. And like, honestly, I don't think the girl signed up to get like kissed on the mouth. So there's just one guy
Oh my
kissing
gosh,
her like
I
around
forgot
on the
about
fucking
that.
neck and stuff. And then
Yeah.
the cameraman gets undressed and they start like caressing each other while the girl's in between
shit.
them. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I was like, they even gotta throw the gay shit and the straight shit. Like, what the fuck?
Insane, dude. We didn't even get to see some tits in this movie. What the fuck?
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
what
saying.
the fuck? I gave this one a D, and the reason for that is that while it was boring and really bad, it didn't like make me feel hatred like the movies below D tier. So there you go.
This movie is like a new level of incompetence that we have not seen
I need
quite
to see
yet.
Tanner's rankings now.
It's like intentional incompetence, though. I think this guy would probably hypothetically be capable of making a better movie than this. He just didn't care. He only made it for those shower scenes.
Yeah. He needed
there
some
was two
fluff
of.
in between.
Exactly. He just had to trick those himbos into fucking filming those scenes, so he built the laziest construction around them as possible.
Yeah, I cannot in good conscience put this anywhere other than in the F tiers. I'm giving F+.
Also, why is it so easy to break into a fucking high school that also looks like it hasn't been closed, like, at all?
Dude, it's because the killer set up the killer recreated the high school in the exact way it was a year ago for some fucking reason.
Oh,
Just like
That's also-
Sandy Hook.
that actually brings, not what Tanner said, that brings up
I'm
another
cutting that
thing
shit
here.
out, Tanner. We can't have that in the
Come
episode.
on. They tore down the school and then built an exact replica on top of it.
Two last thoughts here. Hopefully they're last thoughts. A, why the fuck? So it said the alumni of the high school. Are we gonna assume that these like 5, 6, 7 kids are the only kids that graduated from this high school? Is that what we're supposed to get from that?
I don't think so.
Presumably not.
Yeah, I
think
don't
they're just
think
like
so.
it's just a friend group.
Yeah.
And also B, I get that like murder is a big deal and all that shit. Surely a whole entire ass high school wouldn't shut down for more than a year if a student got murdered in it, right? Am I just crazy?
Yeah, no, not a chance.
Okay. Yeah, there's so much fucked up shit with this. Nothing makes fucking sense. Okay, just making sure I'm not crazy.
You're not crazy. This movie has absolutely zero competence whatsoever. It is an absolute failure on basically every regard,
Sick.
and it's fucking
Now I-
hilarious because of that.
Now I know what a bad movie is.
There you go.
I'm glad you figured it out with this one.
Where did it land?
Oh yeah, it's at an F+ overall.
There we go.
Fantastic.